A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of God, most gracious and most merciful. My salams, ladies. We are live. We are going live. We are going live. We are going live. We're live. Greetings, everybody. My salams, my salams, my salams. I hope you guys are doing amazingly fabulous on this wonderful Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Juma Mubarak. I can't wait to be able to go to Juma every Friday. Oh, mashallah, I can't wait. I have to get my kids from school in the afternoons on Fridays, so I usually cannot go to Juma unless they're off. But inshallah, hopefully one day I will be there. One is, Issa is 15, Amina is, Amina's 12. So we have a couple more years to go where, well, 1 year, not 1 year, a couple of months, hopefully, where Issa can drive and pick up Mina from school. And I won't have to do it anymore, hopefully. And then I can start going to Juma on Fridays. I'm really excited. As you guys are coming in, come on in, come on in. Have you guys seen the Muslim Matchmaker show yet on Hulu? Have you guys watched it? It's so cute. It's actually like making me, I did istikhara about it because I've had like 4 women reach out to me recently and ask me if I'm a matchmaker. Ooh, gasp. And I had to sit with it for a second because when I was watching the Muslim Matchmaker on Hulu, I felt the feelings of, ooh, this looks like so much fun. This looks like so much fun to set up Muslim men and women. It looked so much fun. And then I had to ask myself, is that something I could see myself doing? I don't know. So I made istikhara about it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show me and guide me if that is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because you know how much I love love, and you know how much I love helping women to receive love. It is such a beautiful, wonderful feeling when I see my clients that are attracting amazing Muslim men into their lives, that are good husbands and good providers. I just feel so excited about it. So anyway, welcome everybody who's joining me. Welcome. If you have questions, put them in the chat. As you guys know, I go live, and I hope you guys, I'm a mindset coach, marriage mindset coach, I've been calling myself. Thank you, sisters. Come on in. I've been calling myself a marriage mindset coach because, alhamdulillah, I've been married for 20 years, happily married to an amazing man. And I really feel like this is like my little niche. I do mindset work and business coaching and with life coaching clients, but for some reason that the ones who are looking for marriage or in marriages or going through divorces, I really love helping them. Like I get a special thrill with helping them. Yes. Okay. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so glad you're on this chat. Zarago. I gotta share this story, and then I'm gonna come back to your question because this is what this chat is about. So I'm watching the Muslim Matchmaker, and I don't remember the couple, but my son was watching it with me, and he was watching it with me, and he goes, "Oh, he's not serious about her." And he's 15. And I looked at him. This is why I love raising a son. I love raising a son because I get to learn a lot about how men are designed naturally by seeing my boy son go from a boy to a teen to a man. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he's not serious about her." And I was like, "How do you know?" And he's like, "Oh, you know," and he's not anything. My son is not courting. He's 15. He's a kid. But he's like, "Oh, he's not serious about her because you know not soon as you meet someone, but you know soon after if you want to be serious about that person or you could see yourself marrying that person." He was like, "You know, soon." And I was like, I had to sit with that for a second. And I was like, do men normally know soon after they meet a woman that, like, do they put her in a category? Like, is she like wife versus somebody I want to play with? And then I thought about my situation where I told you guys my husband married me in 30 days. And he told me on day 1, the first time he met me, he was like, "I knew I was going to marry you." And he talked to my dad soon after, like a couple of weeks in. He was like, "I need to talk to your father." So I think that if a brother does not want to talk to your wali or your father soon after meeting you, I think that's a sign, y'all. I think that's a sign he's not serious. Right? Because the thing is, as a woman, you don't want to have a husband or an intendant, or you don't want to be with someone in the courtship phase and they have doubts. They're not serious. They're not 150% sure that you're the one. You deserve a brother that soon after meeting you knows, yes, This is a sister that I want to seriously consider for marriage. Yes, I want to talk to her father or her Wali to make sure that he knows that I want to be a part of her life on a permanent basis. Yes, you deserve that. Okay. If it's, let's go. I'm gonna answer questions now. Let's go up because someone had a question. I can't say her name. I do think it's a red flag. I think it's a red flag if after a year, God no. If he's waiting a whole year to even talk to your Wali or your father, girl, he would not still be in my life. I even know sisters now that what they do is they set I told you guys, him talking to your father or your Wali is a boundary. So after a couple of conversations or a couple of meetings, they're like, okay, you need to talk to my father or my Wali because I'm not going to continue just to see you, and then you're not 100% sure and you're seeing other people. And, in Islam, we don't date. We don't date because we value ourselves, right? We know that we're deserving of a brother to talk to our father or our Wali to make sure that he is serious about his intentions. We don't play games. Muslim women, we don't play games with men. We don't play games with men. Why are you calling me? Why are you DMing me? Why are you texting me if you're not serious? We don't waste our valuable time and our valuable energy, right? Okay, let's see. Questions, let's see. My salams, everybody. My family is prioritizing me getting a second master's rather than getting married to a good guy. Why? Why can't you get an education and be married? I never understood that. You could get an education and be married at the same time. These things can happen together at the same time. I don't understand. I don't understand that. You may want to talk to your parents about that because you already have a bachelor's, a master's, and you're working on a second master's. And they don't want you to get married. So what, they'd rather you fornicate, they'd rather you play around, they'd rather you date. I don't understand. I'd be praying. I'd be doing some serious prayers about that because yeah, you can work on your education and be married. Like you can do both, right? Let's see. You guys have more questions. Let's see. Hi, sister. Oh, you saw me at the grocery store. I love that. Girl, if you see me at the grocery store, you better come up and say, my salams, okay? Yes, I live in Washington. I live outside of Seattle, so you probably did see me in the grocery store. I love it. Let me tell y'all, if y'all see me in public, you need to come give me a big fat hug because I love it. I love meeting my followers. And I met a couple of followers so far, and the feeling that I got when they were like, oh my God, I love your content. I know you. It was pure joy. So bring me some of that joy. Yes. If you see me in Washington, you better come speak. You thought I was in Dubai. Inshallah, I'll be in Dubai for my kids' spring break, which is not until the end of Ramadan. Y'all, this is the first Ramadan in like 3 years that we can actually go somewhere because not until the end of Ramadan. Y'all, this is the first Ramadan in like 3 years that we can actually go somewhere because inshallah, I'll be in Dubai during my kids' spring break, which is like end of Ramadan. So no, I'm not in Dubai now. I'm in my office in Washington, the state of Washington in America. Let's see. Okay, questions. If you have questions, put them in the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. You like to get to know him for marriage? You text him? Yeah, why not, girl? Hold on, let's end that. That's a spam call. We're just going to silence that. We don't answer spam in the office. Yes, you can text him if you're interested. Yes, you can approach a brother that you're interested in. Remember Khadija radiallahu anhu, her friend, approached the Prophet, peace be upon him, about marriage to Khadija. So I don't see an issue with approaching a brother that you're interested in. I know sisters who've done it through their friends or through maybe a Wali or through their brother or through their father. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah. A guy you were interested in 5 years ago, you rejected him because he wasn't ready for marriage. Perfect. Yeah. Why are we don't waste time, y'all. We understand the value of our time, right? Queen's energy is valuable. Our time is valuable. Our energy is valuable. We don't waste time with men who want to waste our time. So yes, if he wasn't ready for marriage, then why am I talking to you? No. You have to go away, far away. I'll pray for you though. I will definitely pray for you, right? You'd like to get to know him for marriage. You text him. Yeah, that's fine. But after the text, then you want to let him pursue you, right? Your friends tell you to make dua. Yes, dua is always a good thing. Always set an intention, make dua, ask Allah to guide you. Istikhara. is my favorite prayer. Istikhara is my favorite prayer. I make istikhara about everything. Istikhara. Because you'd be surprised. Allah will show up and show you signs that'll blow your mind. Make that prayer. Okay. Let's see. And just that Allah sent him your way. Okay. Boring. Yep. Nobody care. Well, you can get off if you don't care, and we can just block you. Let's block you right now. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So now you can not care and be blocked. Perfect. How do you tell your strict parents you want to marry someone? Oh, this is tough. I had strict parents, so I know what that feels like. Yeah, I had very strict parents, and then I had brothers that would like tell my dad everything. So I understand how you feel. You still have to be honest with your parents. You have to be honest. We don't have to play games, keep secrets. Be honest. You know, I'm ready for marriage, you know. Involve your parents in the process so they don't feel like you're going behind their back and sneaking, because that's not good either. We're supposed to, as Muslim women and men, respect our parents. So it's okay to talk to your parents about the fact that you're ready for marriage. Where am I from? I'm originally from Philly. One of those Philly Muslims. But I haven't lived in Philly since I was like 18. So I've been all up and down. I've lived in the South. We're out on the West Coast now, outside of Seattle. I'm American. Yes. American Muslim. Yes, I am. Anybody hit you? No. No, we don't. No, we don't stay with abusive men. So you definitely need to make a prayer for a way out of that if that is your particular situation. Let's see. What about women that want to waste a man's time? Good question. Yeah. This is primarily, I talk to women primarily, but yeah, same deal goes for men. Why would you, if a woman is ghosting you or she doesn't want you to talk to her father, she's not serious. And you deserve a Muslim woman who is serious about marriage to you. So you guys got to not take things personal. People have a lot going on within themselves, to be honest with you, that may have nothing to do with you. Stop taking stuff personal. Don't take someone ghosting you personal. Anybody who can't give me the respect to tell me, listen, I'm not interested, you don't want that person in your life anyway. That means they're not an honest person, and you don't want to be with a dishonest woman or man, because they'll be dishonest with you in marriage and in life. And that never makes a good marriage anyway. So perfect. If they ghost me, perfect. Next, let's see. How long after you start talking should you ask him? This is a good question, Leba. How long after we start talking should I ask him to talk to my Wali? Leba 1912. You'll know. You'll feel it. Leba, you will know. You ladies got to start trusting your instincts. You'll feel it. You'll be like, you know what? We've been talking for a month or so, or a week. It could be a couple of weeks. For me, in my case, I knew after a couple of weeks after I met my husband, I was like, I want to marry this person and I want him to talk to my dad. So it was something I knew internally, right? Trust your feelings, trust your instinct, trust your gut. If you feel like this is the time he needs to be speaking to my father, then tell him, listen, I'm not going to continue a conversation with you unless you talk to my father or my Wali. I know some sisters who, at the initial conversation, they make the brother go to the Wali first before they will even talk to him. And I think those are some powerful women. They don't play. They set a boundary from day one. They're like, nope. So you get to decide that, okay? I just wouldn't let it linger forever and we're just talking. You're DMing me, you're texting me, but you can't reach out to my father or my Wali? No, sir. Okay, let's see. You guys have more questions? Let's see. Any more questions? Because I can get back to work. I'm in the office today. If you guys don't have questions, I will get back to work. Let's see. What age did I get married? You feel insecure that you're not getting closer to marriage at 23. You're still young, Isabel. I didn't get married till I was 29. And honestly, like, I didn't feel this strong desire to get married. This is just me personally. I didn't feel a strong desire to get married when I was in my early 20s because I was like, I just wasn't focused on that. I was like focused on my own growth and self-development. I was in college. I just wasn't thinking about it. But in your gut, in your heart, you'll feel when you're ready, and then you want to open up yourself to receive that. But there's no right or wrong age, to be honest with you guys. I mean, you know, in Islam, we can get married after puberty. I mean, I personally wouldn't let my kid get married right after puberty, but it's what's allowed in our faith, right? Let's see. More questions. I'm just scrolling down, guys. You want to start a family at 25? Yeah, I think 25 is a good age, but Isabel, you want to start praying about it too. Like, you want to start praying about it, Ya Allah, like, I'm ready. Like, I feel like I'm ready to get married. Bless me with a good husband. You want to stay positive. You want to stay optimistic. You want to talk to your parents, talk to your father, talk to your wali, allow them to help you to find a really good brother. Or maybe there's brothers in the community, or maybe sisters who know brothers. Like, start putting the word out, girl. Like, start putting it out. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready, right? Put the fillers out there, right? You're most welcome, brother. Yeah. Even for men, like, you gotta love yourself enough to know what you deserve. I think both men and women, like, you gotta set, standards for yourself. You got to not, like, compromise on your own standards, right? Because if you do that, you'll be doing that in marriage, and you will start to resent your partner. You will. A lot of marriages nowadays, people are so resentful of each other because they didn't set standards early on, and then or they didn't set boundaries early on, and then the person is like just treating them any kind of way, and they're just absolutely miserable, and they're actually they're not really in a loving marriage. They're in resentment land, which is a place you don't want to live. Okay, let's see. I told my mom that I have someone that I want to be with, and she told me to tell my dad. I would agree, Islamic. I think your mom is trying to encourage your dad to get involved in it. I think the thing I love about my father, and I love about men, is that they're there to protect our rights. So our fathers are always, sometimes as women, we can be super emotional, and we can go with our feelings. Oh, I just like him. He's so cute. He's so wonderful. But our fathers are there for our protection. So they're going to ask tough questions. They're going to make sure that he can provide financially for you. They're going to, ask about his background, where he comes from. They're going to want to meet maybe his family. So they're going to do, like, I feel like they're going to do like the detective work that a lot of times we as women don't even feel like doing. They're going to ask the right questions. I was just reading this verse and I can't find it. And it was like, I thought it was so powerful. And I gotta find it after I get off the chat. But the verse was, and I'm paraphrasing, y'all. The verse was like, to young men, like, if you can't afford to get married, you should fast. And it was in the Quran. And I was like, see, those are the questions your father is going to ask him. Can you afford to take care of my daughter in the same way that I've taken care of her? With the same living standards that she's used to, because she lived in my home for 23 or 24 years. And I think that's why I always think we should have our fathers and our walis involved in the process of courtship with these men, because they are there for your protection, okay? And your guidance, okay? I think it's a good thing. Okay, let's see. You're praying. Yes. You two have, Ramadan's coming up, y'all. Everybody, Ramadan. Are y'all ready for Ramadan? Everybody have a beautiful Ramadan. I'm so excited about Ramadan. I'm ready. I'm so ready. May Allah answer all of our du'as this Ramadan, make it easy for us, help us feel closer and more connected to him every day during Ramadan. Yes, I would agree. Yeah, women need to be content with themselves. Yes. Let's see. You guys are coming at me fast. Yes. Amani, I would agree. Women need to be content with themselves. Yes, you need to, as a woman, you need to love yourself before you even decide to get married. You need to value yourself. You need to set standards. You need to have boundaries. I would agree because, hold on for a second. I would agree because your partner is a reflection of you. So if you don't really love and value yourself, you will bring a man into your life who doesn't love and value himself. And because of that, he will not be able to love and value you. So how you feel about yourself is so important before you decide to get married. Yes, do a lot of work on yourself. If your self-worth is not, like I say, at a 10, do constant work on yourself. Thank you so much, Amani. I send you guys love as well. Yes, women tend to be more emotional. We definitely do. You've been acting as a wali for your sister, and dude was scared of questions. Exactly. I love that. Exactly. If he cannot talk to your father or your wali and answer questions about his character, his financial stability, his deen, if he can't answer questions, run. And that's what your wali and your father are there for, to help you, prevent you from making a mistake And you know, once you have children with this person, you are tied, whether you divorce or not, you are tied to that man for the rest of your life. So who you have children with it's a serious, serious matter. I would agree. Thank you, brother, for being a Wali. I love that. I love when brothers are Walis for their sisters. I think it's so cute. I think it's so adorable. It's a good thing. Let's see. I feel like my brothers were my Walis before my father was, because they would barely let me talk to boys. They were like, anybody, this is back in the day when people would have to call your house. We didn't have cell phones back in the day. I'm 49. But my brothers would be like, no, who's this? If a guy called my house for me, because I was trying to, when you're a teenager, you're trying to sneak and do things. My brothers would be like, no, you can't talk to her. Like, no, don't call my house again. And at the time, I would be so upset. But now, may Allah bless them, because now I understand the beauty in what they were trying to do. They were just trying to protect me. Islam is all about the protection of women. Seriously. It is about protecting us and elevating our status. Elevating our status to empowered, honorable queens, righteous women. That's what Islam is really about. Okay? How do you take laziness away because I'm trying to start a business? I'll be honest. So if you don't love your business, you won't be successful at it. If you feel lazy about business or your business, it's because you really don't want to do it. When I show up for you guys, whether it's with my insurance clients or whether it's with my coaching clients, I love what I do. There is no laziness. Laziness really means I don't really want to do this business, which means, Ya Allah, show me the business for me that I would love to do every day. If you don't want to show up every day in business, it's not the right business. And I say that with love, but it's not. Oh, great Dawa. Thank you so much, London. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My salam's beautiful. Mariama's on today, and Abby. All the queens are here, and London. All the queens have joined me today. Welcome, queens. I want you guys to know who you are. Have I not told you guys this before? I want you to know how valuable you are as a Muslim woman. God has taught us and told us in the Quran how valuable we are. I was jumbling my words. How valuable we are. And until we know that, if we really knew that, man, life would be so easy for us. It would just get easier and easier and easier when you know your value as a Muslim woman, right? So he should be talking to your Wali. If he's like, I want to DM you and text you for months and months and months and years and years and years, and I don't want to meet your dad, and I don't want to talk to your Wali, and I don't want to meet your family, he is not serious. And my 15-year-old kid said this to me the other day, so I was like, how do you even know this stuff? He is not serious. Men know early on if they want to marry you. They know. And they've already put you into a category whether or not they want to marry you. They know. There's a lot of spam calls today. I don't know what's going on. They're always trying to sell me things. As a business owner, they're always trying to sell me things or get me. Here they go again. They're always trying to sell me things or get me to get loans. And I usually tell them, and it blows their mind. I always tell them, that's against my religion. When I feel like picking up, that's against my religion. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, interest is against my religion. And then they're like, okay, what could they say to that? Let's see. Okay, your dad didn't ask a single question to your bro-in-law? What? That's rare, PJR. I don't think I've ever heard of that. And the question is, why? Why? Why do you think your father didn't want to ask any questions to your brother-in-law? That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Very interesting. Let's see. You guys' generation. Oh, I'm not 29. Alhamdulillah. The women in my family, they age really, really well. My mom is like 72 and she looks like she's in her 50s. So I just think it's in the genes and the melanin. Y'all know the melanin. The melanin is beautiful, right? Okay. Let's see. I'm reading. How do you work on yourself? That's a good question, MX. How do you work on yourself? You work on yourself by, if you know, number one, the question to yourself, do I really love myself? Do I really value myself? And the answer is not an immediate yes. I just heard yes within me. If the answer is not yes, then the question you need to ask yourself is why? Because you came onto the planet thinking, I'm amazing. If you watch all little children, they come onto the planet thinking, I'm amazing, life is good, I deserve all the things I want, right? So you learned somewhere as a child not to love yourself and not to value yourself, and you can change. I've done years and years of therapy and coaching to help me to grow deeply in love with myself. So you can get therapy, you can work with a coach, you can also start to monitor your thoughts. You can start to hear your thoughts when you're saying things to yourself like, I'm not smart, I'm not pretty, I'm not lovable, I always make mistakes. Whenever you say negative thoughts to yourself, start hearing your negative thoughts. Seek refuge. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Why would I say that to myself? It's probably shaitan, right? Playing on your triggers and your wounds and your insecurities, and then immediately replace it with a loving, kind, positive thought about yourself. So I've heard people say things out of their mouths when they make a mistake, and they'll say I'm so stupid. I've heard women say that. They'll make one little mistake and say, I'm so stupid. So if you were saying to yourself, I'm not smart, I'm stupid, I'm not good, whatever, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, I'm very intelligent. I'm super intelligent. I'm very intelligent. And then you can even affirm it by writing it down somewhere. I tell women in red lipstick, write positive, loving things about yourself on your bathroom mirror. If you have a private mirror in your house, like in your bedroom, on a mirror, red lipstick, I love and accept myself. I'm intelligent. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. I am powerful. I'm a great creation of the Most High God. As you see these things over and over and over and over, and you're saying these things over and over and over to yourself, you will rewire your brain from all those negative thoughts that you normally say to yourself, and your thoughts every day will be empowered thoughts that make you feel like a queen. I'm a queen. Start telling yourself what you would like to believe, and eventually you will believe it. This is the reason why we say the Fatiha 17 times a day. If you make 5 prayers a day, you say the Fatiha 17 times a day. Why do you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has us saying things on repeat? He's wiring our brains to have faith and trust and patience and submission to the creator of the universe. He's wiring our brains. That's why we're doing things on repeat. So the more you're saying something to yourself on repeat, you become the thing you're saying. You become that thing. It's science, but more than anything, it's from the creator of the universe. It's how he's designed our brains. Okay? That's how you do it. That's how you work on yourself. Watch what you're saying to yourself. If you guys could hear my thoughts all day, every day, I wish y'all could live in my head. The thoughts are amazing, amazing, amazing thoughts about me, right, in my life. Inshallah, alhamdulillah. Let's see. If a woman so composed as, no, I'm not letting people come on. No. If a woman so composed as she has to remind herself this over and over again, I don't understand what the question is. This is for women who don't feel amazing about themselves. This is for women who don't love themselves fully and completely. This is for women who don't trust themselves fully and completely. They will make mistakes when it comes to being in marriage, when it comes to choosing a partner, when it comes to choosing a career that they love, when it comes to choosing anything, because they won't deep within themselves feel they deserve to have an amazing life, to have an amazing marriage. They won't feel that way. So when I talk about reaffirming positive, loving, kind things about yourself, this will change the core of you. I promise you. I've done this work for 10 years with women. I've helped women create millions in their businesses. I've helped women attract amazing men into their lives for marriage. I've helped women create amazing success in their careers simply by helping them to rewire their brains. Simple. This is why I know it works for everybody, because I work with women all over the world from different countries, different cultures, and they've all got amazing results. This work works. If you want to get really specific, you can work with me and I can show you the inside of you. I can show you how the inside of you is creating what your current reality looks like. And then we can change the inside so that the outside changes. It's my greatest joy. I love what I do. Love, love, love it. Okay. Let's see. What time is it? Let's see. There was a guy I was talking to. He kept making excuses why he can't meet my parents, and then I left him. Blah, blah. I love your name. Perfect. You got the Queen of the Day award. Blah, blah is taking the Queen of the Day award. If a man doesn't want to meet your parents, he doesn't want to talk to your father, your Wali, no ma'am, he is not for you. Because your father is going to hold him accountable to the way he treats you in marriage. If he doesn't want to meet your father, red flag. So blah, blah, you got the Queen of the Day. I'm going to start doing Queen of the Day when I do lives. Queen of the Day award goes to you. You did amazing. Good job. Good job. Let's see. How to have peace since your husband passed away. I think we talked before, Aisha, and it's just going to take time. It's going to take time, right? Hold on for 1 second, guys. How can I help you?
Hi, I have an I-9 appointment for Mario Edie at 10.
You're super early. Can you have to, I'm in a call right now.
Yeah.
Can you come back in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Y'all see how I just set a boundary with a man? He has an appointment in my office at 10. He's here 10 minutes early. So he's going to be on my schedule. I'm not on his schedule. So I set a boundary just like that. And he's going to come back in 10 minutes. Okay? So which means I have 10 minutes more of this. Aisha, you have to just give yourself time to grieve. I promise you. It could take you years to grieve. There's no timeline on when grief ends. But be really kind and loving to yourself. Be nurturing. You may want to go see a counselor, a grief counselor, to help you, because you probably have to process your emotions that are still in your body that you haven't processed. When my dad passed like 7 years ago, I didn't allow myself to grieve about it, and I literally got a lung infection. I got a lung infection because I was holding on to the pain in my heart, and I wasn't ready to let it up, and I wasn't ready to cry about it. I wasn't ready to rage and grieve about it. And then when I did that, I felt better. So there's probably something, still emotions inside of you that you haven't processed yet. So you definitely need to get, if I were you, I'd go see a counselor, to be honest. I'm outside of Seattle. I'm not going to say exactly what city I'm in, but I'm outside of Seattle. Boundary setting. Yeah, you got to set boundaries with these men. Who are these men? I keep telling you guys are queens, right? How would a queen treat a man, especially a stranger? He's a stranger. How would I treat a stranger? I would treat a stranger like a stranger. I would have all types of boundaries up. If you want to get married this year, you have to have faith. You have to know that the law has your destiny. You have to submit. You have to let go. You have to let go. You guys are holding on so tight to the idea of, I want to get married now. I want to get married now. Like a little baby. I want to get married now. And it could be that you're not supposed to get married now. And the more you submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree for your life and let go of trying to control everything, then he will show up for you. That's submission. We're here to learn submission, right? We're on God's timetable. We're not on our own timetable. And we have to realize that as women, okay? Let's see, what else? I don't know. You guys got like 10 minutes and I'm getting off. Let's see. Some of them see getting the Wali involved as a formal proposal. No, and you can clarify that to them, Zarago. You can tell them, listen, just because you're talking to my Wali does not mean that you're asking for my hand in marriage. I just want to make sure that we're doing things in a halal way so that if we do get married, Allah will bless our marriage. And I want to make sure that you're serious about the courtship process. The courtship process may or may not lead to marriage, but you want to know that this man is serious about getting to know you for the purpose of marriage only. Right? Doesn't mean you're going to get married, but he's saying, I'm serious. I want to get to know you. If it doesn't work or you decide you don't want to marry him, that's fine. Courtship doesn't mean marriage. Even intending phase, when you get intended or engaged, even that doesn't mean marriage, right? But you want him to show you that he's serious. Okay. What to do with a guy who delays meeting your family with so many different excuses? He's not serious. Blah, blah. He's not serious. And you deserve a brother who's serious about getting to know you for the purposes of marriage only. not for dating, not for intimacy, nada, right? I love that you're in France. Thank you so much, miss. I went to France one time, Paris, and I was like not impressed, but the bread was amazing. I love the bread, and the architecture was beautiful. But I have a thing about France now with the hijab ban and all this stuff. I'm like, ugh, I don't think I'm ever going to France ever again. But thank you for your love. I appreciate your love. Let's see. How do I emotionally detach from a guy who's courting me? I just think that you have to, let's block Jeffrey. Anybody who is ignorant and disrespectful to me gets blocked. That's a good example. How do I emotionally detach? It's okay to feel feelings for someone that you're courting. It's okay. That's normal. You're a woman. But we also want to make sure that we are making logical decisions as well about the person. Is he a good person? Is he kind? Is he, is he on his dean? Can he financially take care of me? Like, you can still have feelings for someone and still make logical decisions. And this is why we want our fathers and our walis involved in it to help us make logical decisions, right? So you can do both. You can do both. Let's see. What if he says he has financial issues? I was just reading this verse, y'all. I gotta find it and put it up, where in the Quran, Allah was saying to young men, he was like, if you can't afford marriage, fast. I was like, I love God so much. I love God so much because everything is in the Quran. I promise you if you read it. So if he can't afford you, then he's supposed to fast. And I would think if he's fasting, maybe that would make him work harder or go get a job or go get a better job. I don't know. Maybe fasting would clarify or clear up whatever the issues are. Only Allah knows. But I know that if you're with someone and he can't provide for you in the lifestyle that you're accustomed to, I think it could create hardship. If you want to help him as a woman, you can, and you can give charity to your husband. And I've done that plenty of times. So I'm not saying you can't help your husband in ways that, say, for instance, he loses his job or in the beginning he is not in a good place. You're allowed to help him, but I don't know if you want to start a marriage that way because it could create other issues down the road. Let's see. He recently bought a shop and he put all of his money into a shop, and that's okay. That's okay. My husband, I mean, he has businesses now, but when we first got married, he wasn't where he is financially now, and he spent a lot of time just like saving money so that he could invest in a business. And I was supportive of that. I've given my husband tons of charity over the years, and I don't see it as something negative because I was helping him build his dream, but he's also helped me build my dream. He helped me buy my business. So, marriage is give and take. So we don't have to be so strict with like, I'm not going to ever give him anything. I'm not going to ever help him with any money. I'm not going to, I feel like it's not very realistic, to think that way, especially if you see him building, you see him working towards, he's super ambitious. He's working towards his dream or his business or his dream career. He's in school. It's okay to help him, right? You get the barakah too with helping your husband. Yeah, Gorgeous Girl 88 said, yeah, she's been homeless a few times with her husband. So yeah, I think you kind of don't, homelessness with your husband, that's tough. So you definitely want to make sure that he is, maybe he's not where he wants to be right now financially, but that he can afford to provide for your basic necessities. That's important, right? You're 19, you want to get married, but you're going to wait. Yeah, I didn't get married until I was 29, but I waited until I felt like I was ready emotionally. I had my education. I'm not saying to wait until 29, but I just think you have to know what your goals are in your life and what you want. I don't think there's a certain time for when you should get married. What age are we talking about helping a man? Yeah, you're right. Staying fit is life. You're right. Now, my husband was 24 when we got married. I don't know about helping a man in his 40s if he's still struggling financially. Now, men in their 20s are not going to be at the same place financially that a man would be in his 40s or 50s. So I personally, if I met a man and he was 45 and he was still struggling financially, I don't think I would be open to that. My husband was 24 and I was 29 when we first met. So he was at a different level financially, but he was super ambitious. He was super hardworking. I knew what he wanted out of life, and I really believed in him. I did. I believed in him, and he's helped me. Like, I have a business now. He has businesses. So, you know, yeah, 40. I feel like by 40, if he's not where he needs to be financially, that's kind of scary to me a little bit. I'm kind of scared by that. Yeah, 40. Yeah, I think by 40, 45, you should be financially stable as a man. I think you should be financially stable as a man in your 30s, to be honest with you, right? But I love that. I love that verse about, like, if he can't afford to get married, he needs to fast. Don't y'all just love God? Like, everything is outlined. there's no gray. It's all black and white. Is the age gap okay? You're 32 and he's 25. We have an age gap. I'm 49 and my husband is 44. So, you know, when I first met him, he was 24 and I was 29. And I kept saying, you're too young. I was like, 5 years is too much. And he kept saying to me, Khadijah, radiallahu, married the prophet, peace be upon him, when she was 40 and he was 25. And he kept saying it to me. And I was like, he's right. So we can't always be so like, well, this is the list. And if he doesn't meet every single qualification on this list, I'm not going to marry him. You have to sort of have an open mind, like I always say, and an open heart, because you never know the package that your beloved is going to come in. He may come in a different package than what you have envisioned for yourself in your life, right? These spammers, they're driving me nuts. Okay. Yeah, just be open. Just be open. Be open to love, right? Be open to love. Get your Wali. Get your father involved, because you're going to probably make an emotional decision, and they're going to help you make a logical decision, right? Is he a good brother? Can he afford to take care of you? Is he on his deen? Does he fear and worship God? You know, is he loving? Is he respectful? Like, these are things that you want to be looking at. How did I meet him? So I had a tenant in my house, and she was like, I don't know why, but I know this Muslim man, and she's like, he's so sweet and he's so nice, and I just think you guys would make an amazing couple. And I've always had an open heart and an open mind, and so I was like, okay, well, give him my number. And we talked for an hour one night, and we talked a lot, honestly, about Islam, because I was really on my deen then, and we talked about Islam a lot. And after the conversation, he was like, I have to see you. And at our first meeting, he said he knew that he was going to marry me. And to be honest, I knew too. I really knew. I was like, this is my soulmate. I can't explain. And here comes my 10. So I'm going to get ready to go, guys, because I set a boundary. He respected it. So now I have to show him some respect. So I'll see you guys, inshallah, probably Sunday. We'll do Sunday lives. So I'll see you guys on Sunday, inshallah. Have a good day. I hope you guys get to go to Jummah today. And I will talk to you guys later. My salams.